Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Selenium interview questions. That is, using which Git command we can add the changes done to the staging area. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. So in Git, there are several commands. Out of all these commands, we have to use which Git command to add the changes done in our local repository to the staging area. The answer is git add command. Okay. Let me practically demonstrate how to add the changes done to the local repository to the staging area, not to the final remote repository area, rather to the staging area. Okay. So there are different phases. First, the changes will be done to the local repository. Then these changes need to be added to the staging area. Then only we can commit. Then only we can commit. After committing, we can upload these changes to the remote GitHub cloud repo kind of stuff. Okay. But for now, let's understand how to use this git add command. Okay. The answer is already clear. Using which git command we can add the changes done to the local repository staging area. The answer is simple, straightforward, git add command. Okay. So let me show you practically the same. So here I'll take you to one of the local repository. Okay. And the local repository has some code. The same matches with the GitHub repository. So whatever the code, whatever the things that are there in the local repo are there in the GitHub cloud repo also, without any difference in the changes. Okay. There are no changes in code and all. Whatever the code that is there in the GitHub cloud repo is there in the local repository without any changes anywhere. Okay. So I have to click on the profile icon in the GitHub. If you don't have an account, you have to create an account and sign in. If you have an account, directly you can sign into the GitHub account. And after going to the GitHub, you have to click on the profile icon here and your repositories, all the existing repositories will come. So this particular repository, I have cloned. I mean, I have dumped into my machine from the one of the GitHub cloud repos here in one of the previous answers. Okay, so that is here. TestNG, the name of the repository is TestNG extent report. TestNG extent report framework repo. Okay. Whatever the things that are there in this cloud repo, GitHub cloud repo are there in this local repository. There are no changes. To confirm that there are no changes between this local cloud repo and GitHub remote cloud repo, I'll just have to right click here and select this open git bash here command. Okay. So this command, this option will only come when you have Git software installed. Make sure that Git software installed, then only right click and say open git bash here. This command prompt of git bash or git will open at the same location where these files are available in the local repository level. The command prompt open. Type git status and press enter. You see on branch main, your branch is up to date means there are no changes or differences between this local repo and cloud repo. Both have the same things. Okay. Now intentionally, I will do some change. Intentionally, I will do some change. I'll go to SRC. One of the file I'll go src test java, and in that one of the file I'll go login test.java file I'll go. And here I'll do some changes. That is here in the first line, I'll add a comment here. Just any change you can do, guys. Okay. Comment for tracking changes. Okay. Save it, close it. Now there are changes. Now there are some changes in local repo which are not there in the GitHub cloud repo. Okay. Now how to find it out? Again, after doing the changes, git status you type. Then again you got, you see, this time it's saying changes not staged for commit. Okay, there are some changes in the local repo which are not there in the remote GitHub cloud repo. You have to upload these changes. You have to add these changes to the staging area, it's saying. Okay, you have to add these changes to the staging area, it's saying. How to add? Already the answer is given in this as a result of this command git status, git add followed by some file name that you want to add that particular file to the staging area. Here there are different levels, I told you, right? Local repo changes need to be added to the staging area. After that, after adding these changes to the staging area, you have to commit. After committing, then you have to upload the changes to the GitHub remote cloud repo. But for now, the question here is simple. The question here is using which git command we can add the changes done to the local, okay, any of the files in the local repo to the staging area. Then git add command. This is the answer. I'm going to run the command now. Git add, simply I will say dot, or you can also give the name of the file. You see this path you have to give src test java. If you don't want to give the entire dot, because this is the only file that got modified, right? So you can give the same thing, src test. Instead of giving dot means every change will go. If you give only file, that particular change only will be added to the staging area. Okay, login test.java. This way also you can give the add command, git add dot or git add the file in which the changes have been done in the local repository. These changes need to be added to the which area? Staging area. Press enter. You see, now say git status. Now this time, whatever the red color file was there is now in green color, and it's no more saying that add these changes to the staging area. It's asking us to commit. Next thing is that we have to commit. Okay. So hope guys you got the answer for this question. I don't want to explain the entire process. Rather, the question I would like to answer here is which git command we using which git command we can add the changes done to the staging area. The simple answer is git add command. Okay. So hope guys you got the answer for this question. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.